It is what it is, bro.
You was telling me the other day
Yeah.
about your talk about your conversation with Aaron. What's going on with Aaron? Was it Lil Steve or Aaron? Who had the issue?
Talking about school in general,
Yeah.
right? Nah, my kids think they smart.
So
I mean,
what
my
happened?
kids
Who-
are my
who
kids
did you
are
get
smart.
into?
My kids are smart.
Who did you get into it with?
No, just in general with kids, and they try and get over on you, and they think they
what
think
was
that,
it? What
they
was
think
happening
that,
there?
they think they've done more, and they know it all, and they don't
Yeah.
think you've ever done. And, they'll try and lie and think it makes sense to them when it's like,
It's an easy read.
we've been there.
It's
We've
an
done
easy
that.
read.
We know what that looks like.
And know what's so crazy? And me and you discussed this before. How our parents used to tell us, "There ain't nothing you do that I never did, that I don't know about, that I ain't whatever, whatever." Whoop, this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
But they were wrong
yeah, they were wrong.
because we did a lot that they didn't do.
Yeah,
They didn't go
that's
through.
that's a
We
fact.
grew up in a different era and a different time.
That's a fact.
Now our kids, for the most part, we can still say that because a lot of the stuff that we
know that
did
for a
that took
fact.
place, like in the, let's say, the
In
late 80s and
80s
90s, this world is still copy cutting that same
But
whatever.
I know you don't. You don't have the same type of freedom.
Yeah.
You don't have the same type of freedom, and it's not
Yeah,
even
so we
the
kind
lives
of
that
we
we've
know
created.
more than what y'all know, and
You
we
ain't
did it
run-
when it was probably was
You're
we
not.
had more freedom.
You're not running the streets.
That's what I was gonna
That's
say.
it's bottom line.
So we
You're
seen
not running
more.
the
we just,
streets. Yeah,
we just knew more.
exactly.
We was moving it differently, so we can. I
Right.
see that a mile away.
And not necessarily supposed to be. So when we come
Yeah.
home and we get questioned, and we have something to say, and we know what we say sounds more believable than
Yeah.
what you might have just told me about your homework that you didn't do.
Yeah, because
Been there, done that.
we seen it a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
We know how to read undercover car headlights late at night.
Yep.
Oh, I
That's a
see.
fact.
Yeah, that's the boys right there.
That's a fact.
Because we were conditioned differently.
Yeah, but again, it's a grow up thing. So that's what I was
Yeah.
talking about. I just think our generation and our kids, there's such a big separation. And they think they know more than you. Not necessarily
Yeah.
they know more than you, but they think that you don't understand. And I try and tell them like, yo, I had you when I was this age.
Yeah.
I'm not that much older than you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, yo, I'm my oldest son. I'm 19 years older
Yeah.
than him. That's
So,
nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. So we
That's
relate
nothing.
so much.
That's nothing.
In technology, we seen it when it came, and the same stuff that they're using now, we seen it when it hit the scene.
Right.
We seen it. We seen it through the stages where it evolved rapidly.
But that
well,
was-
let's say it had the largest growth span.
No, rapidly
I think
is the right.
No,
it-
but not
it-
even just rapidly, but had the largest
it
growth
was-
span.
It
where
was
it
like
went from
the
something like this to
industrial.
this.
It was like the industrial
we seen
revolution.
they
It was like
kind of right now.
No, they're
Let's
stagnant.
say this: smart touch phones is majority the same. We seen it went from the
They
the
don't-
army to the
they
flip
don't-
to
I was
the
in-
this to the
I was
Texan to
I was
the
in AT&T buying
We've
my
seen
new
the
phone,
whole
right,
evolution of
Right.
smartphones from a crazy change.
but all kind of technology.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm in AT&T, buying a new phone, and their system is down, and I'm in there talking to the salesperson. We having a conversation. He's I think he was like 23, 24 years old. Right. He never seen a StarTAC before. Flip phone, cell phone,
Yeah.
smallest phone ever at the time, right? Cell phone ever at the time. And I was explaining it to him. And that's what prompted me to have the conversation with you about, or mention that, like, yo, when we was talking before that, yo, they're growing up in an era where they never grew up not having
Yo,
internet.
y'all don't even understand this.
They never grew up not having internet. They never grew up not having some type of computer device. They
Ton
never
of those phones back.
They never grew. A president being black is not something that's foreign to them.
Yeah.
They didn't grow up seeing president after president being white and understanding the truly understanding. And I mean, even generations older than us feel it even more than we do. Of the possibility of what it meant to have a black president or a black vice president.
So
But-
they don't
but-
really understand the struggle.
No, for us, that
Yeah.
was still something like that'll never happen.
Yeah.
For
So I
us, that
think-
would never happen.
And I think that's why a lot of the younger generation don't appreciate the life that they have right now because they really don't understand the struggle to get us where we at.
But I think that's all. I think that's also the reason that they so easily galvanize and get out there because
Yeah.
they don't have the hangups.
Yeah.
They don't have the hangups.
I didn't think about it that way.
That we may have, right?
You got a good point.
They
So they
get out-
know the story, but they ain't live it. So they ain't got it. They not
there's
fearing nothing. They like, let's
there's
go.
Nothing subconscious
I
holding
like
them
that.
back. There's nothing subconscious holding them back.
I
Like,
like
shit,
that.
yo, they might sit the dogs on us. So the boys
You know what?
might
And
whoop
that's
my
kind of
ass
how
on
we
my
were when we
dick
were
today.
younger.
Right.
Because we didn't know it to the same magnitude as our parents. Didn't think about it that way.
Right. So
You got something. Yeah,
we
I
get
like
farther and farther away. They need to know the history, but they don't need to feel it.
This is a different. We gonna come back to this. We're gonna do a different segment on this. We got to go deeper there. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go here. We rocking now, baby.